Okay, guys, Nivea Sarp here, and we're talking about the combo video to my recent cubic build. Um, all these cards is kind of what you need for a good amount of your combos. So this is like a good, probably like half the deck, as you can see, and still a good amount of cards in the deck. But it's a good portion of the deck, enough for you to say, oh, well, this deck has a lot of combos in it. Also, there's combos with this deck if you use in particular cards from particular cards for a side deck that mainly don't really concentrate on other people's meta per se, but concentrate on your deck and focusing on your deck, especially since uh, Cubic's more kind of like you try to ignore everybody else's deck in order to play your own game when you're playing Cubics. So we'll get to the first combo. Okay, guys. So first combo kind of only requires you to have the Gen X Ally Birdman and the Duza. You only really need these two in order to go off. The hand that I have set up is as if I'm going first on turn one. So this is for those who would probably lose a what do you call it? A die roll or a rock paper scissors or a coin flip. However you decide to who goes first. It's usually a die roll in most official capacities. So we'll just jump right into it now. So in your hand, basically you want to see these two in your opening hand for combo one. The other three cards don't really matter, just these two. And of course, it matters what your opponent has in their hand too, because Cubics is really dependent on its engrave effects of its spell and its trap cards. So let's just jump right into it. Combo one, you'd summon the Duza. The Duza would then dump. The card you're dumping is Unification. Now, normally, that would not be the card that you would want to open with. But if you're going first, you're not really looking to get into your OTK really fast. So you kind of just want to get something out on the board that will protect you until you can get to the OTK. So dump your Unification, then you activate Birdman's effect. Okay, so Birdman's effect allows him to pull the Duza back into your hand, giving you 5 cards again until you special summon Birdman. So Birdman gets special summoned, and then when he gets removed from the field, when he's summoned like this, he'll get banished too. So now you have your Duza in your hand, and it was removed from the field. This triggers Unification, and then Unification gets banished. So when Unification gets banished, let me get a little bit more on this so you can actually see. But when Unification gets banished, what happens is you'll summon a new monster. So a level 4 or lower monster from your deck. You'll want to go into Duza again. So you'll summon a new Duza. Now that Duza is summoned, this Duza's effect will go off. And when that Duza's effect will go off, you'll pitch another Unification. What this will do is then it'll end you with this. You'll end up with this, and this as being your hand. So these cards are in your hand. Next, you'll Synchro. Birdman will banish himself because of his effect. And what will happen is Unification will go off. So you'll banish Unification because you removed a cubic monster. So now it'll go into this thing where it gives you your Clear Wing, or you can get your Zeta. Now, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to go into your Clear Wing because it's the better card. But if you're going into your Zeta, it's because you need to run to Disruption for whatever reason at that point in time. But for right now, this combo is for Clear Wing. Clear Wing will get to the field, and then when Clear Wing gets to the field, your Unification summons your Duza, and then you can do your usual combo. The usual start of any Cubic deck, which is to play Duza and pitch Karma. So this will be your hand. This will be your graveyard. You'll end with Duza and 1 Karma in your graveyard, 1 Unification, or 2 Unifications, Birdman in your banish pile, and your field will be Clear Wing, 1 Duza, and then you'll have 3 random cards, whatever those cards are. Or if it works out that you do this, you'll have 3 random cards in Crimson Nova. Or if these are actually what's it called, Cubic cards, differently named Cubic cards, you'll be able to summon your Nova, and you'll end the field with your Nova, your Clear Wing, and your Duza. Or if you're smart, you'll just wait and you'll keep your Duza, because next turn you'll be able to OTK one way or another. So that's basically it for combo 1. Moving on to combo 2. Okay guys, so in combo 2, you want your hand to basically have these 3 cards. The way I have this particular hand set up, once again, is as if you were going first. Because I don't really need to demonstrate what it could do during the duel, because 9 times out of 10, if it's during the duel, at some point in time, you're just going to OTK them anyway. This is basically to go about a grind game. So, combo 2, let's get started. Okay, so combo 2, this is your turn 1 hand. Let's say you have the Gen X Ally Birdman, 1 Karma, 1 Summoner Monk, 2 random cards. Okay, so several ways you can go about this. If one of your random cards is a mystical a Twin Twister, then you obviously probably set that and probably pass if you don't have a Vijum, just because of the fact that you don't want to ruin what you could be doing with your deck. But if you have this as your hand, what you'll do is you'll summon Summoner Monk. Let's just try to get a little bit further away so you can see me better. There you go. And you summon your Summoner Monk. It'll activate its effect. If it doesn't get ogred, it still pitches even if it does get ogred. So you're going to pitch your Karma. But hopefully it doesn't get ogred or ashed. And if it doesn't get ashed or ogred, what will happen is you'll go into summoning 1 Duza. Duza will then hit off for 1 Unification of the Cubic Lord. You'll then do the same thing that you did in combo 1, which is make Duza come back for the effect of Ally Birdman. This will go off. It'll get banished. Your banishment will happen. Then you'll get another Duza from your deck. Then what will happen is that Duza will dump yet another Unification. You'll Synchro. In this case, you'll go into Zeta. This will get banished because of its effect. Then you'll banish this because Duza was sent to the graveyard. You'll get the Duza from your hand. you'll overlay, and you'll exceeds. Into a Karen Gorgon. Basically, it will be ending with 2 cards in your hand, these 2 in your grave, the 3 cards that were banished, and your Zeta and your Karen Gorgon. Karen Gorgon will protect your any other cards that you might want to be playing. Like if something was to get destroyed, you'll just like if like you activate Zeta's effect for your opponent's Trident to try to get the opponent's Trident off the field, because you know that if you attack into it now while he has the Whip Tail attached to it, you'll get banished. So you'll use Zeta, you'll banish it, you'll take their Trident off the field, it'll make them dump all their materials in the graveyard. Their Trident is now off the field, so now you don't gotta worry about the Whip Tail effect or anything else like that. And then you'll go. But what will probably happen is they'll try to ogre it, because like I said, they run like or I think I said it, but like pure Zodiacs now run like 10 hand traps, and usually 3 of those hand traps are ogre. So they'll try to ogre your Zeta, but what you'll do is you'll just discard this, because that's a targeted effect. It's targeting the Zeta, and what happens is you'll release like a Duza or the Summoner Monk, and what will happen is Karen Gorgon's effect will go off, and you'll get to destroy another card, which is more than likely their Daigusto Emerald if they were the ones that went first. And then you'll be able to attack into them directly, because this will be banished with their Trident, and this will be on your field now. So that's a good combination. You could also end it with a Clear Wing in the Karen Gorgon, but then there's kind of no point in having the Karen Gorgon. So if you actually have the rank 4 toolbox that a lot of people seem to have, which allows them to go into Utopia the Lightning, it's actually probably a good idea to end the board with Utopia the Lightning and Clearwing. And that's it for part 1, guys. Part 2 will feature a different set of combos than part 1. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and part 2 will be coming at you soon.